we'll just.
Welcome to the Weasel. Welcome to the Weasel. Whip out your dicks and shove them in your ass. Welcome to the Weasel with Mike and Jonah.
Hey,
We can talk about anything, dude.
that's right.
We can talk about anything. The problem with the Muse, see, is
Tell me about the
sometimes
Muse. And
Muse just doesn't want to fucking pop out. Sometimes the Muse isn't happy with how you're living or summoning the Muse or whatever it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you think it pays to be like disrespectful to the Muse? You know, like demanding of the Muse.
I
Yeah.
I think it's the idea of the Muse. Say you believe in its like literal like incarnative meaning, right? That there is like a muse like
Okay.
floating around that drops ideas into your head, right?
Like an invisible spirit that you can, with the right combination of patience and showing up,
Right.
the
Hard
Muse will
work as
sprinkle
well.
sprinkle a good idea into your mind.
Yeah. I think it always pays to be respectful to the muse.
I would, just in general, like like why?
I
Why
don't
would you
think we
disrespect the ether of good ideas?
Well, that's right, and you think about like the power of good ideas. This is the like a spirit of the ether of good ideas, and so do you think like maybe disrespecting or being demanding of it is a good idea?
I don't know, dude.
It's not going to deliver for you if you're demanding of it. I would think.
Maybe it will, dude. Maybe I'll shackle that bitch.
That
What if I
was
catch her?
that was in what was that show? It was the Sandman. Did you watch that series on Netflix, The Sandman?
No, no.
Oh, that was really good, dude.
Was it the sand? Yeah. No, I started to.
Oh man,
And then no, I never. I think I made
Bro,
like
you
5 minutes
gotta
in, and I was like, boring.
you gotta watch that whole series. Is so interesting, dude. From the perspective of like the interaction between the dream world and the waking world, and what happens when like these different things. And there is actually like an episode or like an extra long episode length. It's like its own thing, but it was like a muse was actually fucking chained by an author, and she was passed from one author to the next author for like hundreds of years or whatever it was, and or like 100 years, and so she was like, she was like still a goddess. It was interesting, dude. It was actually really interesting to see what how it resolved itself, but definitely a good series.
Okay, yeah,
I would
dude. I'll
recommend
watch it.
Yeah.
No, dude. I'm like really into science fiction stuff too. And then you get me on a little fucking a spiritual little, here's a little ripple of thought. I like that, especially when it comes to like sci-fi stuff, and they can actually like dramatize it out.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that? There's this book series, and it's like it's one of the series that most sci-fi is based off of. Similar to how like a lot of fantasy is based off of Tolkien's works with like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and stuff. And his stories are based off of even older stuff. But I think like most sci-fi comes down to a couple of old series, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's fucking called now. It'll come to me, but it's like the like that 1950s sci-fi where everything was like sleek and stuff, and there was all these fucking different forces and throughout like the different planets and stuff. But it was a really expansive universe that he built. It was really cool.
Yeah, dude.
Similar to like Dune, how Dune is.
I'm really into like sci-fi, like futuristic shit like that.
Yeah.
I just watched Rebel Moon on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's like it's actually like two movies, but they
Okay.
just like re-released them or something.
All right.
It's
Was it
pretty good. Yeah, very good. But then I'm also looking at spinning up in a D&D game pretty soon.
Oh,
So that'll be fun, bro.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Have you created your character yet? Has the muse spoke to you about your character yet?
She did a bit.
Okay.
I think I want to do a monk, but
Okay.
like his thing is drugs.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna try to be like a druggy monk
Okay.
in this game and see how that goes.
Are you gonna be a human?
I didn't think that far.
Oh. You could be something like you could be something like really small, dude, like a fucking gnome. You could be a gnome monk who's a druggie, and like, but the joke is that he has an incredibly high tolerance for drugs, and so he has to take like abnormally sized amounts that usually amount to like bigger piles bigger than he is, just to get fucked up.
Yeah, maybe that, dude. Maybe that. I don't know what I'd do. I think just like a regular human, just like a monk, like you just like a doughboy monk you'd find in a monastery.
A doughboy.
Just gets into. I don't know, dude. I'm not very creative when it comes to like classes. But I do like the game a lot, and as far as like, I mean, that's a whole game on creativity and like wittiness. Yeah, and like there is like there's like a battle and like a point number system. I don't really give a fuck about any of that. I just show up to like be like,
Punch, dude.
I think this would be funny to do.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, you roll to punch, dude. Fuck
Yeah. I'll just fucking punch people.
Yeah, roll to punch, dude. That was fun, man. I enjoyed that little D&D game we played at your bachelor party.
Oh, I kind of forgot how that went.
It didn't end very well. I think we all died.
Yeah.
I think it drug out a little bit too long. I think the story went a little bit too long.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
You can get a bit bogged down.
Yeah, I think it got a little bit boggy, dude. Plus, a lot of us hadn't played that much. I think
Right.
William struggled with it. I think he had a hard
Yeah,
time coming up with some things to say.
Yeah, he's dumb.
But-
So
He's not dumb, dude. He's just
That'll
missing part of his
happen.
brain. It's all good, dude.
that'll happen when you're a dum dum, dude. You don't know what to say. Sometimes.
He's alright, dude. I think dumb people can pull some amazing stuff from the muse. You know,
No,
it just comes out in a different way.
I don't think
You gotta
so.
listen to the hidden intelligence behind William's silliness.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think the muse wastes her sweet time on dum dums.
No,
You know,
shit, dude.
you gotta
It's a
talk to
shame.
people that can really fucking put something together. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess if you're not actively working to try to practice at least putting something together, then there's no point in the muse sprinkling anything on you, regardless of how intelligent you may be.
Yeah, which kind of takes me back to how we got talking about that, because, dude, like, I want to write more. Like, I want to spend some time, just sitting on my back patio, like, writing some poetry. Like, what's a better way to fucking spend time? That's the pinnacle of human existence, is, like,
Right.
I'm leisuring all my needs met writing poetry in like, a soft breeze,
Yeah.
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 And I don't know why, man. I don't think to sit my ass down and fucking.
Just fucking do it.
I know.
What's
don't know.
stopping you right now, dude? You could do it right now. We could pause this podcast right now. You could go do it for 5 minutes and then come back.
That's no.
What do you mean, no? Why? Why no?
Because
Huh?
I'm in the
Why?
middle
What's
of
your
this,
ex-
dude.
what's your
I'm
excuse,
doing
dude?
stuff.
Yeah, see, but you're always doing stuff.
I
You gotta
know.
make time, dude. You gotta. That's the thing, is you gotta make time. You have the time to have that leisure
Mm-hmm.
activity, or you don't. That's
I
just
do.
all there is to it.
I do.
You do that.
I
See?
I
So you
have
just-
the time.
You
I
have
just
the time,
don't
just
do
gotta
the
fucking
thing.
Do it, dude. Yeah, because you're always doing stuff. So do you have the time?
I do.
So then what's stopping you from doing it?
I don't know.
Is it because the muse isn't fucking tickling your brain enough to
Dude,
get you out there?
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm worried about. I mean, just showing up to and like, just like showing up, and like waiting for a good idea. You know, you're waiting on the muse. We'll say, is so lame. That sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait. You don't have to
I'll
wait
just
for the
wait,
muse.
dude. I just wait.
You just write words.
Sometimes I'll just write words.
Dude, I wrote words about my having like gastrointestinal issues. And it turned into a nice poem. It was nice.
So you are writing poetry.
I'm a little bit, yeah. I mean, not at first. It was very prose. And then I started to rhyme a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing wasn't very good, but there was one phrase in there that I really thought was interesting or clever. So I'm like, fucking, I'm going to save that phrase at least. Use that in something else someday. You know?
What was the phrase? Or you can't share?
I can share with you, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know, dude. Maybe I'll cut it out of the podcast.
Do you think I'm gonna what, say something mean about it, or
no, I don't want people to steal my phrase, dude.
Right, dude. It's probably that good that like
it's pretty fucking good,
there's
dude.
some fucking poetry snipers listening right now. They're gonna publish this before you get the chance to really complete your thought on it.
Yeah, maybe they like capitalize on it and like get paid out heaps of money. Like, that was my phrase, but I don't even have it dated, you know, and I'm fucking too bad, so sad, bro.
How about
like
this?
Tesla, dude. It'll be like
how about
Nikola Tesla phrase.
How about you just say the date right now and then read it?
What's the date? What date did I write this? Well, today is the 18th of August, everybody, so it's my phrase.
Nice, let's hear it.
Here's the phrase. What spice is this that tingles my nethers?
It's pretty good.
That's not a bad phrase, right?
No.
That's a pretty good phrase.
What spice was it?
Oh, man, it was a lot of spice, dude. It was actually a pineapple mango habanero salsa that I had on a burrito the night before was the spice. It's quite a bit of spice, actually.
Yeah, that is confusing which spice it would be to narrow it down.
Yeah. So the thing is about writing, though, is like I was just writing word salad.
Did your fan just kick on?
No.
Oh.
I think somebody's grinding something on your end.
I think that's your end, pal.
Not my end.
Yeah, you, pal.
Dude, I think somebody's listening. Somebody wanted my phrase, dude.
Dude, there's a poetry
Someone's
sniper.
tapping into this. They wanted my
Yeah,
phrase.
you're right. What the fuck, no, man, I'm happy for you that you're writing a bit more. I want to do it too, man.
Well, dude, that's the thing is you just got to go out and do it. Right? I've been reading.
I just don't think about it.
Reading a lot about writing on Substack, which is odd because Substack is a place where people go to write, and it's interesting how many people have written about writing. But it's been interesting because there's been like there's this certain type of person on Substack that really enjoys the idea of like and there's a certain type of writer on Substack that firmly believes in the physical manifestation of the demon muse, or the daemon muse, sorry.
Oh.
The daemon muse.
It's like the anti-muse?
Hey.
This is like an anti-muse, I'm guessing?
No. Like like personal daemon is an idea that you have some kind of spiritual influence.
Are you saying demon, but like weird?
Daemon, it's spelled Deamon.
Is it the same thing?
I don't know. I think so. I think it's kind of the same idea, except demon has a very negative iteration with like the Catholic Church and Christo-Judean religions.
So I'll just say Damon, and it's different.
Damon is kind of like the
actor from the Bourne Identity series.
No, Matt Damon. Yeah, maybe he's a muse. He is a muse.
He's kind of amused, dude. He's a
Kind of
good looking
amused,
guy.
bro. He makes me believe.
I fucking
in
love those
something.
movies. And
Every movie he's
I thought
in
he
is
was
not bad, except We Bought a Zoo. That was a terrible movie.
Matt
Did you
Damon.
watch We Bought a Zoo?
Anyway, tell me about the Damon muse.
All right, whatever. So the Damon Muse is like it's the same thing. It's just the same idea. However, there are like quite a bit of writers like J.R.R. Tolkien has talked about it. Madame Blavatsky talked about it. She's a writer who did a lot of like occult writing in the 1950s, 40s, maybe earlier. I forget.
Fiction?
No, like actual like occult writing.
What?
And I think she did write fiction too, but like yeah, she wrote a lot about the occult and like secret societies and the Golden Hand or whatever it's called.
Sure.
Heaps of weird stuff out there, man. But like they all have different like these points where they talked about like where they get their inspiration for writing and stuff. And like one of the methods for it is just if you're not sitting there writing for 3 hours, like this lady, she's like, you write for 3 hours a day, whether you have something to write or not, and then then the muse will visit you, kind of thing. Because it's like, unless you're actually putting in the work to
Summon the thing, it's not going to show up.
yeah, it's not coming. Other people, it's just like, yeah, you fucking go for a walk and like you have to put yourself back into nature to understand what it is that you're writing about, kind of thing and stuff. But
Have you tried
J.R.R.
just
Tolkien,
smoking a bit of marijuana?
there's a couple people like that. Hunter S. Thompson said something about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, and yeah. So, but I think like a combination of all those things can only ever help. J.R.R. Tolkien had some interesting advice, which was, if you're not interested in writing, you won't write anything worthwhile anyway. So don't even start. Right? If you're not interested in writing.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
Hit me in the heart, dude.
Hits you on the heart a little bit, right? The other piece of advice he had is if your only interest is in writing, don't write. If you're not interested in anything else, don't even start writing. You have to have other interests to be able to write, because you have to have something to write about, right? So my advice to you is to think of something that you're interested in, right? Say like a D&D game. And I would say maybe put in a little bit of effort in designing an interesting, weird, or odd, or
With
Jonah-esque,
backstory?
or some kind of backstory, and your character really develop your character out. Just it doesn't have to be like real, like concrete either. Just get a notepad, start fucking fleshing some shit out, sit and think, maybe have a smoke, fucking, and then from that point, dude, you have something to write about. You have the want to write. You have a purpose for actually doing the writing, and you have the opportunity to write something that's very sci-fi, fantasy-esque kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're doing it, which is one of the ways it's called in
Then
news,
you're a
dude. And
writer,
then fucking
dude.
right back around. Now you're creating some beautiful thing, right? That's it, dude. That's all it is. That's all there is to it.
I think that's probably how I should do it, exactly. And like, as far as all the creative endeavors out there, you know, like a musical instrument or like drawing, I suck at all those. But I think I could write some at least interesting things.
I think you could, dude.
I could fucking write, dude.
I think you could fucking write, dude. Fucking write, bro.
Fucking write, dude. I'm a writer.
You could be a writer, dude.
Some
you
might
gotta do
say,
it, though.
some might say author, dude.
Dude, you could author some things, bro. But when it's an
gotta
author,
write.
you have to write. Right? You gotta actually do it, though.
Just do some speech to text shit. That'd be good.
It doesn't work as nice as you'd think, dude.
No.
It doesn't. I've tried it. It doesn't work very good. Maybe I just have marble mouth, though.
So do I. Which
well,
odd that we're here, but
maybe not the best route to go.
yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, like, is it because you don't like typing? Is that the thing?
Oh yeah, no,
Because you,
I don't like typing. I would definitely handwrite whatever I do.
yeah. See, that's what I do. I've got my notebook. I handwrite. Like when I go out and have a smoke, dude, I've kind of started just taking my notebook out there. I don't really get on my phone as much anymore.
That's good, dude. That's good.
I don't always think of anything to write, but sometimes I will.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Yeah, it ain't bad. Pretty cool. Pretty fun, dude. I don't know.
Just carry
like,
the notebook with me.
It's like that's what I imagine like our ancestors did, you know, way back in the day. Just smoked on a bit of whatever, and we're just
carried a scroll
about shit. You know,
Fucking,
just
you know how annoying it was to fucking be an author, dude. You have fucking ink. You have a bird's feather and ink, and you have to carry around scrolls everywhere.
Yeah, what a pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. So you really had to have something important to write, too.
Probably, dude.
But do you know what's crazy though? Is they've found messages chipped into walls in like bathrooms and bathhouses in Pompeii.
And it's just like, you know,
Such and such
call
was
for
here.
a good time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was like such and such was here. You know,
Right.
such and such has a big cock. You know, but in like whatever it was, whatever language.
Yeah, I hope since the beginning of time, dudes have been comparing dicks on bathroom walls.
I think they must have been, dude.
Yeah.
Must have been. Yeah. Comparing kills too, you know. Oh yeah, Grog have 10 wives.
Dude.
Yeah,
Fuck Grog, dude.
Fucking Grog's a bastard, dude.
I killed Grog.
He
Take his
pleases 10
wives.
wives, so it's like, I guess he gets to be king, you know, whatever. Fucking bullshit.
Nah, dude.
But
Kill Grog. Take wives.
kill Grog, take wives.
You know.
Round it goes, dude. Our society's just repeated this over and over and over again.
Yeah,
It's funny.
for sure.
So, dude, I'm curious, man. Tell me
Mm-hmm.
about your recent foray into spirituality and your thoughts. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Speaking of the cycle of life.
The cycle of life, dude. I was just thinking about it too, in that like, I really enjoy mushrooms. Just in the sense of you can take a little bit and have like a good giggly time, you know, or you can take a lot of it and like you still have a good giggly time, but also fucking like the structures of your mind melt away, and you're just like, oh, they're just on a spinning rock in space. All the things that fill up my mind that like occupy my whole day and stressors are really not that important or real in a lot of contexts. So that's always interesting. But some people have like, this happened to me twice now. Like people that I've done the mushrooms with have had like pretty religious experiences.
Yeah.
And you know, it really hasn't happened to me. And like I'm not, I don't know. I don't think I'm sad about it. Sad's not quite the right word. But I think I'm like a little bit like, damn, that'd be cool. You know. And I've been thinking a lot more about like spirituality, yada yada yada. The mushrooms help with that, but I heard something that along the lines of like you kind of have to choose to believe in stuff, and it's like, yeah, you could choose not to, which is generally, I don't know, that's the camp that I fall in. But I was like, you could also just choose to, and fucking, you know, see where that takes you, and
Right.
like, so I've just been thinking about that.
Do you, by choosing to, what do you mean? Do you like, by choosing to believe, do you feel like you have to fall into one of these camps of beliefs as well?
No, not necessarily. I think might be easier to do that because there's like you're giving yourself a belief structure
Right.
at that point by choosing fucking Christianity or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think you necessarily need to choose a camp to I don't know, opt in.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, like I still don't know. Like I'm definitely still like I don't know, I mean, definitely like a contrarian. We talked about that a bit earlier, but like I'm also just like, no, I don't think so. But
Right.
instead, I'm just like, oh, I could choose. Because no one really knows, dude. No one really knows what the fuck's going on here.
No. No, it's very true.
We all have a loose guess or understanding,
Right.
but no one really fucking knows what's going on.
Well,
Why?
I think you have to be very wary of people who think they know for sure. It's like, even if you thought you did, you gotta still think, like, well, fucking could be. There's still a percent chance.
Well,
there,
and like,
there is.
oh, go
Sorry,
on.
go ahead.
You
No,
go,
you
son.
Go, dude. You go, bro. Dude, finish your thought, man. I'm jumping in. You finish your thought.
I forgot my thought. You go.
Fuck, bro. God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was just gonna say that, like,
You forgot your thought now too, huh?
that's there. It's there. There is a certain like degree of belief, right? Like faith. You have like faith kind of has to be blind to a certain extent, but I don't think it has to be completely blind faith to believe in some kind of higher power. Even if you rationalize that that higher power is simply just existence itself as being a weird thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that us two people, you, we live, right? We
Yeah.
live. And the fact that we talk, we can communicate to each other with words
Sure do.
is the being able to consciously do that, right? How fucking bananas is that? That's crazy. So just the belief in that exists alone must mean that there's something complex going on about life, right? The same way that dolphins communicate with each other through their own language of clicks, whistles, and burps, right? Fucking the way plants communicate through electrical impulse, through mycelium in the ground. That's crazy, man.
Don't get me started on mycelium, bro.
We're all a part of that, dude. We're all a part of that, and that is like, I think that's what you feel when you take mushrooms, and
Sure.
so I think you are having a spiritual experience, but there's a certain
Not quite
conception
the
about,
big man in the sky type shit.
Well, you don't believe in the big man in the sky.
Right.
So even whether or not he's true and real, I think it would be very difficult for you to have a conversation with a big man in the sky.
But like, that's just like a phrase too, because like, I'm much more willing to have the conversation of like the ether of the universe, like as an entity,
Right.
and and a lot of people would just call that God.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, maybe it is. I don't know, but like there is something in your relationship to the ether,
Right.
or is there? I don't
Well,
know, dude.
I think that there, on a mathematical level and a chemical level and a physical level, there is, right? Because
I don't know.
we're born of the earth. We are nature. We're born of the earth. We are made of the same things as the things around us. We're carbon-based life forms, and when we die, we go back into the earth. Somewhere along the lines, human beings thought to themselves, "Hey, we can delay this process for a very long time." right? Not just up to death, like delaying death, but delaying the breakdown of the human body into the ground process as well, right?
I guess.
But we're still a part of this earth, right?
Okay,
So we're part of the ether. So, like, from all those standpoints, right, the only thing you have left is consciousness. Right?
What?
Well, think about it. Like, if we chemically we break down, physically we break down. We're all, like, on a microscopic level, we're kind of all made of the same stuff that everything around us is made out of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in every other way we break down. So the only thing you have left to break down is consciousness. And this is where people get fucking weird and get in their own little camps about religion and stuff like that, right?
You
Because
like
the consciousness is something that we just don't we can't explain.
Yeah, I mean, you
Fair
like
enough, it's
post
fucking
death and
weird.
shit. But like,
Yeah.
see, and that's where I go, dude. I'm like, it would be kind of nice, I think, to believe in that there's an order. You know, like the universe has a plan, or you have some connection to it. But what if it's not? It's not shit. Like, the universe doesn't care about you. Even if there was an entity, wouldn't care about you.
Right. Well, what if the plan, the order is that chaos is what it is, right? You live, you die, you're a part of the earth, right? That alone is a plan of a cycle, and there's a certain order to that. It's sad, and kind of like, I think it's more like, the order you're talking about is like something afterwards. You want to hope, there's like this hope that there's something afterwards, and I think there, personally, I think there must be. I don't know what that looks like.
Man,
But
maybe that's my big drawback, and like why I have such a hard time accepting any kind of like spirituality, is because I truly believe that, like, the lights go out and there's nothing.
Right.
You just fade into nothingness. But also, I don't know. That's just
Well, you
that's
can't
just,
know.
that's just my hunch, man. And that's just my hunch from, like, my unique set of experiences that I've encountered and ideas that I've heard, and, you know, people I thought that were cool, like espousing, you know, a similar thought or idea, or something resonated, you know, in my own head.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just like, okay, like, could I instead just be like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna choose to believe, because I don't know. Right? I'm kind of choosing to believe that there's not anything. But what if I just chose to believe that there was?
How do you turn that around? How do you just say, now I
think-
believe in that?
I think you just choose. But I'm not
Here's a
sure.
question: Do you feel like maybe having a spiritual experience on mushrooms would help you choose which you think you want to believe in? Give you some kind of inkling
Maybe.
towards something else?
I mean, I'm sure if you took like a hero's dose, you know, you could
I've always
fucking
wanted to-
put something
I've always
together.
wanted to take some fucking ridiculous amount of mushrooms, dude. I've always
Dude,
wanted to do
yeah,
that.
I would be very, like, hesitant who I took a hero's dose with, and you're on my short list, partner.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll go with you, bro.
Dude,
We'll do that. We'll do that together.
I'm gonna need to hold your hand as we as
Can
we
listen to Hootie and the
dissolve.
Blowfish, dude. Hold my hand.
Might be too much.
Nah, dude.
Might be too
perfect.
much, dude. You don't know. We never been there, dude.
I've been close. I drank 3 bottles of Robitussin once, my friend. That was as close to God as I've ever been.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe not. That was
That
just
almost
a really
kill
bad
you?
time. That was a weird time. Hey,
Would that kill you?
makes you feel like you're dying.
How many bottles of
Not
Robitussin fucking take you out? There's a number.
I think you can go 5. That's too many for sure.
You were at 3, dude. You were halfway to death.
I didn't actually finish the 3rd bottle, mind you. It was too much for me. I did
right,
2
yeah.
though. That was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to fucking that was a bit silly. That was
Robo
a bit of a
trip.
silly time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Whatever. Be
I
silly.
always had the shits, man. I was always pooping. Fucking purple fucking garbage poop. It was horrible. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think like as a belief, I think it's suffice to say, at least in my mind, and this is coming from somebody who was heavy into the church, for a period of their life, and I think the connection that we have together is the kind of thing that people are looking for in church, right? It's like a security kind of thing. Like part of the
What connection are you
security is
talking
that-
about?
well, part of the security connection to God, for example, is like but you believe in God because you want to believe that there's something out there that's gonna save you when times are bad, save you when fucking you die, and so you don't just go into whatever the bad version of their belief system is, right? There always has to be a bad one to save you from something, right?
What a real turnoff for me.
Well, see,
like,
you're right.
I wish hell wasn't a thing in Christianity because it's a
Well,
bit of a turnoff for me.
I don't think it really was. I don't think it was until they wrote Dante's Inferno, and the church is like, yes, this is what happens when you die if you're not good, and then now we will save your souls.
Because then it turns into like a control mechanism and like a fear-based system
Yeah.
of like, do what I say or you burn for all eternity. And I'm like, okay, you lost me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a catch more flies with honey, kind of person.
I don't think that's what Jesus said, and the whole religion is written about
I don't
Jesus.
know. I don't know what he said, dude.
I've read what he said, or at least what they said he said, and even what they said he said wasn't
I don't like
anything
that
that
either. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either, dude. But everything that you read from back then is more so, oh, such and such said that such and such said this, and then such and such responded to that by telling such and such to tell him this. And you're like, fucking, this is like a giant game of telephone. These
really gotta cut out
scrolls
the
were
middleman
fucking
here.
thousands of years old.
Dude, what if I just tried praying?
Yeah, dude, you can pray.
I know, but like, why
It's
is
like
that
meditation, dude.
kinda, but like, I don't think I've ever tried to pray before.
Okay.
Because I've always been like, nah, fucking bullshit. But I'm like, dude, what if I try? And then I just fucking, all of a sudden I grow out my hair and I have that little cul-de-sac thing and I just go full like burlap sack monk.
But in like real life.
Yeah.
Burlap sack monk. What, were you gonna like fucking grow a ponytail out or something?
If
Do like a
if
top
that's
knot?
if that's his wish.
Yeah, right. Okay. Wow. I mean, so my question would be, what kind of entity are you speaking to that's asking you to change your lifestyle in this way?
I don't know.
So that's my problem with it, is like, if you read enough about aliens and demons and angels and ghostly encounters and spirit possessions and fucking...
What if I start talking to the wrong guy, dude?
Well, there's a lot of, if you believe in like the DMT realm, dude, then you believe in like the different levels of fucking the realms, and there's entities in each of these realms. And who are you talking to? Sure, something could say, I'm God, you should listen to everything I say. But you see some of those cults start,
Right.
where they believe this man is God or has talked to God. And then they fucking all drink Kool-Aid and die. They're just giant suicide pact.
There's something nice in that, though.
Well, but they had the community, right? They were all the
Something real.
community. It was nice, and a little bit of like fucking not so nice acts done to women, I think. But like, ultimately they all got to go to heaven. I'm sure Heaven's Gate was it called. They all
Pretty
went to heaven
pumped,
when the heaven was
pretty
coming.
pumped on the way there.
Yeah.
I guess, besides the
Must have been good, right? Otherwise they would have come back.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, dude. Maybe I'll give it a go.
I think you
It
should,
kinda-
man. Why not?
I don't know, dude. Like, it kind of scares me a little.
Kind of like riding. It's like,
Kind of like riding.
what do? You want to try it, but you're like,
It sounds weird. Sounds.
Well,
odd.
what if
sounds
you?
Like a tough.
Like,
sounds
why
tough.
is it kind of scary to you? Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. What if someone talk back? What if I'm like, fuck? Now I got to reorient my whole understanding and belief system, like I guess that's what I'm kind of talking about anyway. Is like, hey, maybe it's time to reassess.
Isn't that the point of praying in the first place? Is to
I
hear
know,
something
but
back.
I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to watch Netflix and fucking hang out.
Maybe you're more worried that you won't hear anything.
I don't know. That isn't. I mean, that would just confirm my thoughts, but it's also like, okay, I know that
your preconceptions that there is absolutely nothing, and
it also doesn't do anything, right? Because it's not like God God actually speaks to you when you pray, you know, especially and you know, maybe especially not your first time ever, I imagine.
Probably takes a little bit. Yeah, I think
probably takes some practice,
serious.
you know. And I'm like, I'm not
serious about wanting to fucking talk to me, or is he
yeah.
just
You gotta
doing it
fucking. There's a punch card, dude. You gotta fucking get 15 prays in before you get a rustle of the tree that in a certain way that conveys meaning to you.
Do you want some used dust, little man? Well, you gotta come punch a tree a couple of times, dude. You gotta take some trees.
I don't know, dude. You know, maybe I'll just give it a go. Fuck it.
There's a couple different options for you, I think, to give it a go. I would suggest just going the classic, like, sit down like you're meditate for like 10 minutes first, and then start talking in your head, see where your mind goes, kind of thing. The other option is to like do some. You can pick some kind of actual prayer from like some kind of thing. Like there's the there's like a Hail Mary or whatever. You can actually like, or you can do some like Buddhist chanting stuff.
Nah,
that's always interesting, dude. Doing some chakras.
I think I'd prefer just like trying to have a direct conversation with the ether, which I guess is prayer.
Speak to me, ether. Why? Tell me your ways.
Well, and like it's not like I'm expecting the ether to reply, you know. And then that's kind of the bitch of it, is like you can never really be sure, either way, you know.
Well, I think if you practice meditation, the whole point of meditation is to quiet your mind enough so that you can actually listen well enough to hear what the ether is saying to you, or the Tao. Right?
I don't know, dude. Sounds...
The Tao, which is all of existence.
Is that right?
It's all of us.
Is that what that is?
We are
the Tao?
The Tao. The Tao is in us, dude.
Fuck. Sounds like more work.
The Tao, dude. That's like
more shit to do.
Buddhism, I think, dude. The Tao.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of shit to do, you know?
Well, it's...
Lots to think about.
Spirituality is kind of weird, right? I've been thinking about it a lot over the last couple of years, and I kind of oh Jesus Christ, problem with it, okay, for me is that people, if you believe in some aspect of this, they're like, oh, you're this. Well, I don't think so, no, because I don't agree with that. I kind of think of it like this way. Oh, so that means you're this. Oh, you're a Buddhism, or you're a Christian, or you're a whatever, you believe in Hinduism, or what is it, you know, are you Islamic? I don't know, dude. I don't think I'm any of those things. Right?
Yeah.
People expect you to have some kind of label, and I'm more so, I'm curious about all the different aspects of all these other belief systems and where they crisscross, because I think
the crisscrosses are interesting.
There's a lot of crisscross, man.
Yeah.
And I think when you start,
that's where you find some like kernels of truth at the crisscrosses, and you're like, okay,
man. And so you put those together.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe I just believe in this, dude. Maybe I just believe in the crisscrossing of human.
I'm sure someone's thought of this already, and like, you know, has a fucking community center rented out, you know, with like cheap coffee somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe. You could probably find like a 2000s era forum somewhere where just like people go in and they're talking about it.
Yeah, dude, I think about this too in what you're saying, in that like I think the goal is to open my mind more. The goal is to expand the mind, and like not put it in any kind of box. And like I think me being like just turned off to like, nope, it doesn't, it's all chaos, it doesn't exist, God, it's not real. I think that's a box as well.
Yeah.
That I've placed my mind in, and I'm like, all right, let me get out of that box. But like, I don't want to step into a slightly bigger box, of like some kind of organized religion, perhaps, or lock into some kind of particular belief. But you also just can't. But I don't think you can fucking just, your mind's totally free either. Or else, like, there's no structure. There's nothing tangible to grab onto. No ideas to hold their value.
Well, I think that depends on what you consider like being in order, right? Because, like, I think if you say you take a bunch of ideas from, like, on the crisscross, for example, all these different belief systems, and you take these kernels of truth, you build your own thing. Just because you're not following the rules of, say, this religion, right, doesn't mean you're somehow lesser of like believer. I don't know. I don't think you need it.
Yeah,
I think that's a lie.
You know what it is though, is that the way that we're describing doesn't really have a community.
Well, that's right. It does not have a community, but we have to build that community, right?
Are we
and
starting
when we build
a church
that community,
again?
Then we get labeled as a cult, and then we're like, well, everybody thinks we're a cult, and they hate us, so we're all gonna have to do a suicide pact.
Bro, we've done like 4 episodes on this.
I know, dude. And it always comes up, and we still haven't done it, dude.
It does always
it's just
come
one of those
back
things
to
you
this.
just have to do, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think I think it's fun to believe. It's fun to have a community.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a community. It's nice
For
to
sure.
be around people. But some communities will suck you in, and
Some are toxic, dude.
they can get very toxic. They can get very toxic, and it's not fun.
But at the same time, dude, like I kind of fall into this trap too sometimes of like, I'm just like, oh, fucking, I don't want to do this thing or hang out with this group because there's some toxicness involved. But there's also cool people everywhere too.
Right.
And like, I don't think you can just totally cut out toxic. Like, you're gonna, if you want to be in cool, around cool people, there's gonna be some fucking toxicity. Hanging out, and the other option is to just totally seclude yourself, and then there's no toxicity around, but there's also no community, no cool folk.
Right.
I'm here for cool folk, dude.
I'm here for cool folk as well, and but you're right. There's got to be like some kind of ratio, like minimum ratio of toxicity in a place, and I think it's a big deal as an adult to be like, all right, this is my ratio, this is my boundary. Okay, I had recognized there's going to be a little bit over here. I recognize that, but this is my boundary, and I'm putting it up, and that's it. But allowing a little bit in, just a little bit of toxicity. It's hard, dude, because it's fucking. Sometimes I'm the toxic one, and I'm fortunate that people don't tell me to fuck off. I guess.
You're right. I've been a bit toxic myself.
That happens, dude.
Yeah.
We're all growing as people, and that's what this podcast is about.
That's right, son.
See?
That's right.
That's what we do, dude. We're out here growing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think it's always a good reminder to like check yourself, and be like, hey, am I minimizing my amount of toxicness that I release into others? Because like I don't think you can ever do zero. No. Maybe there's some people out there that are just pure people and like perfect, but I don't think so. I think everybody has a little bit of toxic shit in them. You know?
Yeah. I think so, dude.
Or maybe some
In fact,
a lot.
I'd be very wary of people that purport themselves as being perfect or pretend to be perfect. Because sometimes, dude, they've got the worst bits, man. Because you don't see them at first, right? They hide them.
It just gets sus as fuck, dude. You're never gonna get me on that. I'm like, I just don't trust you. If you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no bullshit.
Why are you so good?
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me what it is that's bad right now, dude. Why are you hiding the bad? Is it that bad? Oh.
What you faking about?
Yeah, what you faking about? Huh? what you lying about? Huh,
damn, dude. What a way to meet somebody. Just hang out with them for a bit and go, hey, what you faking about?
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good question.
That is a good question.
I mean, I think particularly when you meet somebody for the first time, you're always there's always some kind of level of persona that you're putting up. No matter who you are.
Yeah, it's like when you start a new job, you've got like the 6-month probationary.
Oh period. Yeah, and you're a model employee.
Yeah, 6 months, dude. Fucking best employee they ever seen.
Yeah, dude. Working so hard. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I don't want to do it. See, the thing is, that's a very disarming question, too, but some people take that as aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they going to react to being talked to like that?
Ooh. I mean, yeah, some people wouldn't respond well, dude. I feel like if somebody asked me that, I'd be like, nice one, dude. A good question.
Good question, dude. Good question.
And then I would try to give them an answer. Like, what am I thinking about? It's probably, I don't know, something. I've been sucking in my stomach this entire conversation I've been broadening my shoulders. To look. Not this conversation, no.
Oh.
But I'm sure. Sometimes you walk into a room of people, you want to you want to peacock a bit. You never peacock before?
Peacock a bit.
I'll fucking peacock, dude.
I got a peacock in me, dude. Yeah, dude. Scary feathers, dude.
Yeah, dude. I try to put my feathers away.
Okay.
They pop out, dude. Sometimes.
So you gotta let those feathers fly, bro. No shame in flaunting it every once in a while.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Attitude, dude. It's all about attitude. See, people think that they're better than other people when they got nice feathers. That ain't the case. You got nice feathers. You want people to see it? Fucking flaunt it, dude. Fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking get them out there. But that's it.
Yeah.
Get him out there, put him away. Just like a peacock, because they do that.
They do that?
And they're fucking like...
That'd be cool to fucking...
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just fucking joking.
Just, like,
Josh and guys.
Did you guys see my huge dick, though?
Yeah.
Briefly I whipped that out. You still thinking about it? Cool.
Right.
Man, that'd be cool to fucking... live on a farm, have a peacock hanging out.
Yeah. There's a couple of peacocks that lived at a house down the road from my grandparents' house.
Oh, that's cool.
And whenever you drive by, they'd fucking open up with the car. It's like,
what do they eat?
Seed, bugs. Same thing
Pussy.
chickens eat. Yeah, probably a little about pussy. I think so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, dude, anything else you wanted to talk about before we jumped off of here?
No, I'm good, brother. Let's cut her there, pal.
Okay, dude. Well, thank you for coming on this podcast with me, my friend.
Sure.
Love you lots. Love you guys.
Love you.
Catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.